Welcome to another episode of Bargain Bin Saturdays. And this week I decided to take a look at Chupacabra versus the Alamo, a movie that I picked up many moons ago in a small collection that also includes such awesome titles as Mega Piranha and Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. Which is to say that the movies in this collection are all low-budget schlock whose only selling point is the title. Though, I suppose even the title of this week's movie is a bit misleading, seeing as how our heroes have to face off against a few hundred chupacabras instead of just one.
It's a god darn chupacabra.
On the story side of things, the movie is a mixed bag of good and bad ideas in my opinion. On the positive side of the scale, the movie tends to move at a relatively brisk pace, and does take a few breathers to include more serious moments. And I'll also give the movie some credit for including several action scenes throughout the movie to make the chupacabras come across as a more dangerous enemy, as it were, as well as showing the police and some criminals teaming up to save the day. On the negative side of the scale, a lot of the dialogue feels awkward or clunky, and the movie never spends enough time on the serious moments to fully realize them, which makes their inclusion over the course of the film feel rather pointless because there's no real payoff. It probably doesn't need to be said, but the CGI work in this movie is horrendous. Sure, it's probably to be expected considering this is obviously a low-budget schlock title meant to make a quick buck on its premise alone, but it doesn't change the fact that the horrible CGI makes it impossible to take the monsters seriously. In fact, I often find myself laughing at the idea of horribly rendered CGI monsters killing people. Though I suppose the horrible CGI is still better than this. The background music in this movie is actually decent, which is a bit of a surprise considering how bad the CGI is. Sure, it won't win any Oscars, but at least it wasn't painfully generic. Chupacabra vs. the Alamo is a movie that I found to be oddly entertaining despite all of its faults. Though I suppose that's because I took it for what it is, a stupid, campy B-movie that isn't meant to be taken seriously. As such, I'd only recommend seeking this title out if you're a fan of movies made by groups like the Asylum.